Before we get started this morning, you'll all notice the flowers that we have in front. Those are in remembrance of our good friend and colleague, Mary Maloney. I know you all heard about the tragic news over the weekend. I want to spend a few moments remembering her and highlighting the unmeasurable impact she's had on our community. She was a trusted friend and an advocate for the people of Polk County, a tremendous asset to the Democratic Party, and a public servant through and through. She served the people of Polk County with integrity, transparency, and respect. While the Polk County Treasurer is a political person, Mary did her work in a humble and a dedicated manner. Mary approached her work with the sentiment that she was lucky to be chosen to work for the public, and she never forgot that, even after 32 years of service. She was first elected in 1989 and was currently serving her 32nd year with Polk County. She was a graduate of Iowa State University with expertise in financial and computer background. Under Mary's leadership, the Polk County Treasurer's Office experienced significant technical advances. Back when Mary was first elected, they didn't even have IBM PCs, and she built and guided this office to the technology leader that we are today. She also created Polk County's Treasurer's investment policy with depository limits. She worked on legislation to create staggered registration renewal, developed online payment site to renew vehicle registrations and pay property taxes online, and is continuously committed to technological advances. This doesn't even scratch the surface as how Mary has impacted Polk County. I still can't believe that she is gone. Mary will be greatly missed, and the Board of Supervisors will be working with the Treasurer's Office in the coming weeks to establish a permanent memorial at the Administration Building to honor her service to Polk County. On behalf of the Board of Supervisors, I want to extend our deepest condolences to Mary's husband, Peter, her children, her staff, and many Polk County residents whose lives that she's touched. I just want to talk briefly about the appointment of the new treasurer. The Board of Supervisors must establish a notice stating that the Board of Supervisors intends to fill the vacancy by appointment, and the electors of county have the right to file a petition requiring that vacancy. We make the appointment after the notice is published. We make it within 40 days after the vacancy occurs. We have several Tuesdays to follow that within the deadline. The person must actually reside in Polk County 60 days prior to the appointment. I don't know if the other Board of Supervisors has anything to say. I know Tom was on last night. He did a great job on WHO. I know others have posted stuff to Facebook. This is just a really tough time for all of us. But anybody like to say anything about Mary? Feel free to. I know there's other elected officials in the audience, so Jamie is here, Julie is here.
Well, I think, Angela, I can't add much to what you said, but I'd say this. I think the mark of a good leader, which Mary was, is to hire really smart people around them, and she did that. The Treasurer's Office is in good shape. She'd be proud of the way that we reacted and the way that we will react in the coming weeks before another treasurer is appointed. So she had great staff, and that's to her credit, because she's the one that went out and hired them, got them trained, and helped them along in their careers. So those staff people are a credit to her, and a living memorial to her great efforts within the Treasurer's Office. So I agree with you. It's hard to believe, but makes us all stop and think. Hopefully, the family can get through this. It'll be very tough, very, very, very hard, obviously. And I hope that they'll accept our greatest condolences and best wishes and prayers.
Yeah, I just would add quickly, the shock and the disbelief when something happens so sudden like this is just overwhelming. And so give you time over the weekend to think about Mary and her accomplishments and our relationships with her. And, as active politically as Mary was, she never was the person that wanted to grab all the limelight. just very humble public servant, and, I don't know how you replace 7 terms and 32 years of experience. So it's just be difficult. Once again, thank you, Angela, all your comments, and our sincere sympathy to Peter and their children.
I just wanted to say, what amazed me about Mary and having worked with her on Central Committee and other democratic functions was how many people called her a mentor. And oftentimes she would seek out the person that was stepping up to run for office for the first time and write them a check and support them and talk to them about their campaign and how to get elected. And she was a very generous person with her time, and she gave her time freely and willingly to anybody that wanted to run for public office. And just counting all the people that called her a mentor was amazing as I was looking through the tributes. So she will be missed.
I think a lot of us can call her a mentor. I do. She was one of the first people that said